Hello and welcome to this beginner's yoga flow. I designed this flow for beginners, but also for anybody who just wants a slow, mindful practice where they can really slow down and connect into their body. If you're a beginner, this is going to be really great for just getting you more comfortable with some of the most common poses that we do in yoga and helping you to build your confidence in your practice so that you can really find your flow. I would recommend, if you're a beginner, doing this practice maybe 3 times a week or more often if you have time, so that you can connect your body, your breath and your brain to a regular practice and the power of yoga. So let's hop onto our mat and let's get started. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position. Legs crossed. If that's not comfortable for you, you can extend them out in front of you. And then take a moment to find length in your spine. So travel your awareness from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of the head, lifting up through your abdominals. And close your eyes down, beginning to focus on the breath. And breathing in through the nose. And in the beginning here, if you'd like to, you can release the exhale through the mouth with a gentle sigh, or even a big sigh if that feels good. As you inhale through the nose, send the breath all the way down into the belly and feel the expansion of your belly and your rib cage. And start to feel tension leaving the body as you exhale. Relaxing the facial muscles and allowing the shoulders to relax down away from the ears. And just taking a few more breaths like that, dropping into the body. And then gently blinking the eyes open. I'm going to take our fingertips to the ground, and on the inhale sweep them up to the sky as you send your gaze with the fingertips, and then exhale to gently float them down. Moving with the breath here, inhale, sending the arms up open through the chest, and exhale to release down. One more deep breath in, sending the fingertips up, really lengthening through the spine this time. And exhale, this time sending the hands over to the right hand side. Left hand will come to rest on the right knee, right hand behind the body taking a twist. As you breathe in here, lengthen through the spine. And as you breathe out, twist deeper and drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Gazing over the right shoulder. And continue that lengthening as you breathe in and the twisting as you breathe out. Lovely, taking one more breath here. And on the exhale, releasing back to center. Inhale to take the fingertips back up to the ceiling. And this time on the exhale, we'll twist over to the left hand side, bringing right hand onto the left knee and left hand behind the body. Continue lengthening from the base of the spine to the crown of the head on the inhale, and really twisting the torso round. On the exhale, dropping the shoulders down and gazing over the left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. Lovely, taking one more breath here. And then release back to center on the exhale. We're going to make our way into tabletop position now. As you come into tabletop, aligning the joints, so we have the wrists below the shoulders and the knees below the hips. And spread awareness into the hands, into the fingers, and the tops of the feet, so feel those contact points between your body and the ground. And ensure that you are creating space in the upper back and the shoulder blades. So to get this sensation, just take a moment and drop your chest down between the shoulders. And then lift up, lifting the heart, spreading the shoulder blades nice and wide to create that space. And then bring some awareness into the core, draw the belly into the spine. We're trying to find a flat back here and a neutral pelvis. Inhale as you extend the right leg back, pressing back through the right heel. Ensure the toes are pointing down and you're maintaining a flat back. Keep your arms straight, pressing into the earth, active through the upper back. Deep breath in as you look forwards. And then exhale, and we're going to step that right leg all the way through and land it between the hands, and just make sure that your right knee is over right ankle and the knee's not coming too far forwards, and you're framing the right foot with the hands. So make any adjustments that you need to. If your foot doesn't quite land where it's supposed to be, just either walk it forward or take hold of it and give it a little helping hand. And now think about drawing the inner thighs in together to create that stability in the legs and the hips. And as you breathe in, sweep your fingertips up, lifting the body, lifting through the front of the body. Palms facing in, and you want your hands to rest about shoulder width apart. And then just take a moment to drop the shoulders down away from the ears, so make sure that they're relaxed. So we're reaching the fingertips up, but we're also relaxing the shoulders down. And then just staying here for a few more breaths, lifting through the front of the body. And then taking one more breath in. And exhale, float the hands down, bring your left palm to rest on the ground. If you feel like you need a little bit more height, you can use a block. And then twist, sending right fingertips up to the ceiling. Take your gaze along with the right fingertips. And allow that right shoulder to open. And try and keep your right hand and your right wrist in line with the shoulder joint. Breathing. Just one more breath here. Well done. And relaxing and releasing on the exhale, bringing it back into your lunge position. And we'll just step all the way back into our tabletop. Inhale, extending left leg back. Press back through the left heel. Check the toes are pointing down. And see if you can really energize through that left leg. Stay lifted in the front of the body. And then inhale to look forwards. And exhale, step the left foot through, landing it between the hands, making any adjustments that you need to. From here, engaging the legs, so draw inner thighs in together, engaging through your abdominals as well, and then inhale to reach the fingertips up, take your time, and then settling into your lunge, relaxing shoulders away from the ears. And breathing here, keep lifting through the front of the body, drawing your tailbone down and shoulders come away from the ears. Taking a final breath here, breathe in through the nose and exhale, releasing the hands down. This time we're going to bring our right palm onto the ground or onto a block, and then send left fingertips up to the sky as we twist. Use your core to help you get into the twist a little deeper. Open that left shoulder up and gaze to the left fingertips. Focus on the breath and continue with full, deep breaths. One more inhale and exhale to release. And then step it back into your tabletop. Preparing now to go into a downward facing dog. So you can take the hands just slightly further forward than the shoulders and really spread the fingers wide and press into the thumbs and the index finger. And then rotate the inner elbows forward. Draw shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the toes, inhale. And exhale, send the hips all the way up and back and try and create that inverted V shape with the body. And ensure that you're still creating space, so make sure the shoulders aren't hunched up by the ears, so keep drawing them down and away. Spreading awareness into the fingers and rotating the inner upper arm forwards. And just let your head relax here and gaze towards the back of the mat. And perhaps finding some gentle movement here to stretch out the backs of the legs. So take your dog for a walk, pedal the heels to the ground, one at a time. Just observing any tightness here. And maybe give the head a gentle shake, yes and no. Just release tension from the neck and shoulders. And then we'll find stillness in our downward dog. And so we want to ensure that we're continuing to really lengthen through the spine. So this might mean just keeping a little bend at the knees if you've got tight hamstrings. And relax here for a breath. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Maybe let that exhale go through the mouth. One more. Inhale. And exhale to release. Lovely. Bend your knees, look forward. We're going to make our way into a forward fold at the top of the mat. So you can walk there, you can jump there, you can hop there, or make your own way there. And then find a forward fold at the top of the mat. Soft bend at the knees. And try and tilt the pelvis forward slightly. And we'll take hold of opposite elbows and just sway gently. Let the upper body be really relaxed. Give the head a little shake, release any tension. Take some nice deep breaths. One more. Inhale through the nose. And let out a big sigh, this time through the mouth. Release the arms. And then as you inhale, press into both of the feet and then slowly rise up, sending that energy from the ground all the way up the body, and then bringing the palms together. And then exhale, hands come to heart center, finding mountain pose. And close your eyes here for a minute and take this opportunity to check in with your posture here in mountain pose. So starting from the ground up, check your weight is spread evenly between the feet, finding the four corners of the feet, and lifting through the arches of the feet, lifting through the kneecaps to activate the legs. Check in with the alignment of your pelvis. So you might like to just place your hands on your hips here, tilt the pelvis forward and then tuck it back. Just feel those two extremes and then find that neutral position, lengthening down through the tailbone. And then relaxing shoulders away from the ears, and allow the crown of your head to feel as though it's being pulled gently up towards the ceiling. Lovely. We'll bring hands back to heart center. And then inhale to lift your left heel away from the ground, and then maybe even lifting the toes up and floating that knee in line with the hip. This depends on how you're feeling today, your balance. And then we're going to step it back on the exhale, finding warrior one. So that left foot wants to land with the toes pointing at a slight angle to the top left corner of the mat. And our hips are square, so they're pointing forwards. So to get the hips into this position, you might like to create a little bit more width in your stance. So just practice or have a play around with that and see what feels best. And then we're bending into the right knee, pressing into the outer edge of that left foot. Inhale as you sweep the fingers up for warrior one. Let your shoulders relax away from the ears. Strong in the legs. Focus and breathe. And then let's take one more breath here, breathing in. And exhale, warrior two. So for warrior two, we're going to take our stance a little bit longer. So walk that left foot back a little bit and then open it up. And we want to align the arch of that left foot with the heel of the right foot. So just look down and check in. This time our hips are going to align with the long edge of the mat. So allow your left hip to open up. But at the same time, make sure your right knee doesn't cave in. So we're pressing the right knee out to the side and making sure it's driving over the toes, and then sending the left hip in the other direction. So really opening through the inner thighs and aligning your torso and your pelvis and your chest with the long edge of the mat. Arms come to shoulder height. Gaze over the right fingertips. Pull the pinky fingers to the back of the mat and allow the chest to open. Strong legs, gazing over the fingertips as you breathe. We'll take one more breath in our warrior two. Inhale. And then exhale and just float the hands down to rest on the hips. And we'll walk that left foot back in and step back into mountain pose. Hands come to heart center, palms together. Inhale, take your fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, finding halfway lift, flat back, Draw the shoulders back and exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise, and the fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose. Take a moment and feel into your feet. And then inhale, this time I'm going to lift our right heel. And then maybe lifting the right toes and floating that knee up to about hip height. Find a little balance. And exhale, step back, warrior one. So just to remind you, we want our hips to be square facing forward this time. And that right foot is pointing at a slight angle towards the top right corner of the mat. We're bending into the left knee, pressing into the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale, sweep the fingers up. And exhale, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Warrior one. Take one more breath here in warrior one. Inhale. And exhale, warrior two. So widen your stance by walking the right foot back a little bit and opening that foot up. Align the arch of the right foot with the heel of the left foot. Keeping a bend in that left knee, pressing into outer edge of the right foot. Arms come to shoulder height, reaching the fingertips away from the body in two different directions, pulling the pinky fingers back. Allow the chest to open. Open through the inner thighs, pulling right hip back and sending the left knee out over those toes. So make sure that left knee isn't caving in. Gaze over the left fingertips as you breathe and focus. Keep the legs strong. One more deep breath in. And exhale, relax the arms down, bring hands onto the hips. And we'll slowly walk the right foot back in and find mountain pose. Hands come to heart center, close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath in through the nose. And let out a big sigh through the mouth. Lovely. Inhale, send the fingertips to the sky. And exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips, keep a flat back as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose, step it back. Shoulders over the wrists. We want a straight body here, so the bum's not sticking up and the hips aren't sagging. Lift your front body up towards your back body. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Broaden and activate the shoulder blades. Press away from the earth and press back through the heels. Strong plank. Holding for 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Lowering down, drop your knees down to the ground first and then slowly lower, leading with the chest, elbows in tight to the body. Inhale for cobra. Peel the chest up, draw the elbows in and loop the shoulders back. And then exhale to lower, and we're going to press ourselves back into a child's pose. So if you like, you can take the knees out quite wide or keep them a little bit closer. Just find what feels good. Pulling the hip creases back, big toes together, bum to the heels. And we'll extend our arms forward, relaxing your head to the ground. And just take a few breaths here now, relaxing. Feel the breath going in to the belly, expand the rib cage, and relaxing all the muscles in your face as you breathe out. And taking a few more breaths here, relaxing and slowing down. And then as you inhale, look forward, press into your palms and press all the way up. We're going to come into a seat to finish. And then finally, lengthening again one last time through the spine, checking in with your posture. Bring the fingertips to the ground. And then inhale, send the fingertips up. Bring the palms together. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and bow your head to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this beginner's flow. If you have any questions whatsoever, please comment below. And if you found this content useful, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. If there's anything else at all that you would like to see, anything that would be helpful, then please pop this in the comments below. And have a wonderful rest of your day.